Welcome everyone, this is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with the 2018 Blood Bowl 2 World Cup. And we are going to continue with the first round action, and we are going to have some pretty good games, I'll tell you that much, today. And we are going to see the first match. Striker OD, the Dwarven team, taking on Nourrou's High Elf team. And let's go ahead and jump into the replay. Of course, in my preliminary prediction, I said that I like Striker OD to win. I know Nourrou, quite a good coach, quite a strong and solid one, but I think I'm just gonna have to go with the Dwarf team because Deathroller. Oh man, but of course the Dwarf team is gonna be one of those guys that will be one of those juggernauts in the game. The Purple Mountain Majesties. The Dwarven team of Striker OD taking on Coach Nourrou, the High Elf team, BLB Super Sentai Elf. At this point, that's all we can say, Juhanian. That is all we can say, but yes, right now, as you can see here on the kickoff, it appears that the Dwarven team will be getting the favors, and why not? Because you want to take the Deathroller and jam it right down the High Elf's face. And the nice thing here is that the High Elves, not too many guys that start with the block ability, just the two High Elves, and so the Deathroller could come with those blitzes and try to take out some of these High Elves here and there before he gets out due to the secret weapon. Because by the end, he will need to be ejected. Of course, High Elf is going to be a tier 2 team, so he will have the block and tackle blitzer right there. And then, of course, the catcher with the dodge. And then here the blitzer, the other one with the blodge ability. And then here the catcher will have that guard. And then the thrower with that leader ability with the wrestle catcher. Pretty good skills for the High Elf team. But the pitch invasion looks like it's coming out, and oh gosh, it's gonna hit all of the High Elf team front line. That's not so great here for this Dwarven team. Really wanted to start punching and make use of the mighty blow and take out these guys for the greater injuries, and right there is gonna spare him with the front line hit. So the High Elf's gonna be able to avoid some disaster. And of course here, before we get too much further on, mighty blow for the Troll Slayer, guard for the other blitzer, block for the runner here. I guess just in case he fights up against one of those Wood Elf team with the strip ball. And that is going to do it there in the guard here for the other blitzer. So here we'll throw caution to the wind. Actually, the ball is going to be kicked quite short, but we'll go ahead and try to blitz down the thrower. And unfortunately, or fortunately really, because if he would have got that 2-die block for pushes, then it actually would have likely frenzied back into a... what is that? A 1-die block, because the guard would actually initiate. So a little bit of a trap there. The ball gets picked up, and wow, look at this. He is wide open to attack after the ball pickup. He should have picked up the ball and at least dropped back. But I guess he wasn't going to be safe back there either, so I suppose just move up with the ball. But now he might actually get surrounded up, but I suppose here with another stun right there, he will be okay. But the 2-die blitz is coming out with the defender down die. Pretty good stuff. Pitch invasion. You just never know what's going to happen. But look at that. The scatter is still going to continue to be marked up by a Longbeard. And the pickup with the fail afterwards. Wow. Trying to get there, but unfortunately gonna be a little bit muffled on the 3+. And that is just going to be too bad right here. Now it is going to be the Dwarven team's turn, and likely will be able to stand up all the Dwarves back up from the pitch invasion. And he will be able to at least free that ball up. This is looking quite interesting here. Dwarves moving all of his guys up to mark some of those players for 2-die blocks, and that's exactly what he's getting, but the ball is way over here to the right side. I guess he's got the runner right there, but where he's going to go with the ball, I have no clue at this point. But defender stumbles. That is going to be great. We'll be able to take him down. And not only that, be able to maybe get a little bit more protection for the ball. But again, there's no real good place to go with it afterwards. And likely, yes, he will get the pickup with the sure hands. And again, he's going to move up to the front line. Wow. And interesting that he does that. So he's going to get blitzed again. He's got armor 8, so he could get blitzed down and get hurt maybe, but the ball is out, and here comes another 2-die blitz. I mean, I suppose when you think about it, there's no real good safe place to go anyways, but I mean, wow. Patrick P, thank you for that subscription. Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. And there we go. He will get the ball out once again. But the scatter coming out, once again, going to continue to be marked up by two of the Dwarven team there. So pretty good stuff. The other runners right there, perhaps that's what Striker OD had envisioned right there, was to place the runner out there, and if he does get hit, and he does, then the ball will get popped out and perhaps will continue to be marked up by quite a number of Dwarves. But that could have went horribly bad if it would have scattered over this direction. But going to be continuing to get marked up by two of the Dwarves. So the first high up team this time is not going to go for the ball pickup, and just going to leave that ball on the ground. I suppose feeling like, well, I'm going to mark it up 3 ways, and after that just force maybe some one dive blocks out, and then make it to where it's going to be a whole lot more difficult for him to pick this ball up. But for right now, runner is in position, but it's still going to be marked up by two of the high elves, likely to get the blitz off, and then likely will try to maybe get the pickup with the runner. And then after that, I don't know, walk away with it, but there's really still no good place to go with this ball. Here's the Deathroller, seeing the first action after getting a little bit stunned there in the first bits. And we'll get the defender stumbles, but, oh man, does not get the injury on him. Now, the thing about it is the Deathroller, 7 strength and the mighty blow. And the nice thing as well, Juggernaut with him, so you can do the blitzes with them. And he does have break tackle as well, so it's not going to be one of those things where you can just, pin him up. You don't need to have somebody marking him up, because he's just going to break tackle away wherever he wants to go and then move it. There's the blitz here, and he will be able to push him away, put the dodge away, and won't be getting away from the danger. The 3+ dodge away doesn't work out. Ball still continue to be on the dance floor, and the high elves can continue to try to capitalize on this. Dwarves are still going to have a hard time getting in a safer spot, because the way that the ball was ran forward, the ball is completely just wide open. Likely though, we're going to see another block here coming out, and with the blitz here, we'll blitz away the man there with the one dive blitz, and beautiful. That is going to help things out. And not only that, going to be able to move in, but the dodge, the miss, holy crap, going to get a little bit nuffled, and when I say a little bit, a lot on the dodge, right into the 3+, opting to do it with the blitzer, but gonna get 1 and 9 there on the dodge. That is wild. That's right, Epiphany. You are not seeing anything crazy. It is a Deathroller on the pitch and in the World Cup even. And I have to say, the Deathroller, boy, it's one of those things where it's big rewards or not. And that's pretty much an all or nothing play, really. The Deathroller. Oh boy, and the Troll Slayer combination as well. So both of those guys, big bowling balls, and so the injury coming out, and then not only that, the armor break on that high elf team. Mighty Blow didn't actually need to activate for either, but now we are going to see the ball pick up once again, and so far so good. Dwarfs will be looking like he's able to recover and likely able to put a cage-ish. Oh man, well there we go. There is going to be yet another 3-dive block, and a little bit surprised that maybe he didn't take the both down dive there just to get him down, because who cares. But looks like though, wanted to continue to do these 1-dive blocks, still getting these pushes. Oh, he's not gonna get nuffled whatsoever. Gonna be able to continue to get these high elves, push him to the back sideline, make things a little bit more uncomfortable. It's still not gonna be an easy play, but at least the high elves have not seen any sort of cage up anywhere. But the 1-dive blitz coming out, it's gonna get the push here. No rerolls there, doesn't need it there, because anyways, it would have been a bit of a small chance to get that ball out. So he could have got the both down dice, so about maybe a 50% chance to get it out. And then with the reroll, 75%, but opted to not use the reroll there. He will just continue to get that push out. Really, it's a pretty tough position for this Dwarf team to be dealing with at the moment. So eventually, you got to think that the high elf team will be able to capitalize. That's right. Juhanian says, always protect your balls. Quoted by Striker. Well, actually, he didn't quote him. He's like, hey, look, Striker, protect your balls, damn it. Oh, man. This has definitely become an interesting game and some very interesting plays here by Striker. I mean, the ball pickup, I guess I can't necessarily blame him because he picks the ball up from the front line, and I think the normal thing is to drift back there. But anyways, the High Elves probably would have been able to catch up, and so the Dwarven coach here, Striker, thinking that, okay, I'm just going to stay by my guys at least, and if anything happens, then I'll be able to get into a scrum for it, as you can see right here. So the thing about that though is, okay, sure, he may get splits down early on, but he gets one or two blitzes here and there, and then he may be able to get his position a bit more solidified, but instead goes for the, I guess, jugular, and then puts the ball out there, hangs it out there. I suppose why not? And in the grand scheme of things, just continue to try to use your bash to the greatest ability. As you can see, their High Elves currently are a little bit split up at the moment, and I mean, still the ball is still not safe. I mean, still a one-die blitz coming out, and this time's gonna re-roll it, and this time we'll get it. He's tired, but that does use up the last re-roll. Ball is gonna come out to bounce, and is gonna bounce into a great spot. I guess the best spot possible for this Dwarf team too, guys. Marketed continuing to be marked up by two of the Dwarves, and that could have went horribly bad for the Dwarven team, but instead goes quite well. And now with no more rerolls left, oh boy, well, he's already used the reroll for the round, but no more rerolls anyways to speak of, and it's gonna get a little bit muffled on the one-die block, and the Dwarven team will be able to recover once again. Wow! And that's kind of what Striker might need here, is to just get Blodge, because, you know, fit his playstyle a little bit more, says Juhanian here on the chat. But boy, oh boy, this is definitely a game for the ages right here. This is definitely not a normal game, right? I mean, normally you kind of see some conservative play here, and then maybe some bashes there by the end, but man alive. Man alive, this is just too, man. This is just so interesting. We'll be able to free up the runner, and we'll be able to take down yet another High Elf. There's another break armor, and the KO coming out from the guard blitzer, and that is beautiful. Not only that, after the blitz, we'll be able to come up, get another two-die block going on with the block, and we'll get the defender stumbles, and we'll take down the thrower. And not only that, get yet another armor break. Look at that, the ball is open here, clean and clear, 3+ pickup, no problem. We got sure hands, and now the ball is a little bit safer, but boy, he walked out here again, and that's not safe at all because you're playing against High Elves, and they'll dodge away no problem. So there's the easy 2+ dodge with the one-die blitz once again, and defender stumbles. Wow. Will be able to get the defender stumbles, and not only that, here the High Elves now are looking like they are going to be in complete control here after a few more dodges coming out, and likely to be able to free up some guys. Oh, but no more rerolls, and we'll roll the one on the 3+ dodge away right there. This is just too much to bear right here, but at least the High Elves finally getting paid off due to the Dwarven, you know, just nonsensical approach to the Blood Bowl game, where the ball is just completely wide open to attack and then trying to recover it. Normally, a lot of coaches here would likely just try to get to a spot where they're at least mostly covered up and force a bad blitz somewhere and then recover in the later bits, but instead continue to keep the ball out there. There's going to be the push combination with the blitz, with the Deathroller, and that was completely safe because, again, with the Juggernaut, you are golden. So was going to get at least the push, but The ball gets picked up by the runner yet again, and there the Longbeard comes up. GFI, this time the ball is a little bit safer. He's still got a one-die blitz coming over the top though, but at least the ball is looking just a little bit better. But here comes the one-die blitz. He's got a tackle, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't have dodge. But the one-die blitz is gonna fail. The GFI, the one, and the runner, after all of this in the first half, is going to make the touchdown. What am I seeing here today? Hanging the ball out for grabs. Cavalier attitude, yes. Cavalier attitude towards ball safety. But again, I can definitely see where he's going there. What he wanted to do was, he's like, well, there's no real safe place to go, so what I'm going to do is just hang him out to dry, and when he does get blitzed down, and if he gets hit down, then at least my guys will be close by. He got lucky that it bounced into a place where it's still going to be continued to be marked up, but High Elves, though, could have easily have ended up with that ball, but somehow did not. After all of that, great scatter bounces for the Dwarven team, and eventually was able to right the ship. I mean, that's all that could be said about that. Well, don't forget though, High Elves, they are definitely much in danger of getting the one move touchdown with the movement allowance 8 catcher. Not too difficult of it, and it's not easy, but it's still not as bad. There is going to be a movement allowance 8. So you definitely still need to get at least a few pushes here. And without side step makes it a little bit more difficult, especially if you're going to be down quite a few High Elves here. Deathroller finally gets fouled out there. We're taken out, but 2 injuries suffered throughout the course of the first half, and a KO guy not coming back. So the High Elf team at the end of the first half is going to just field 9 here at the one move touchdown try. So it looks like though he will have the try. Positioning's good, but the blitz, wow, the blitz. And this is not really, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I don't have enough guys here to do too well. He probably should have put the tackle blitzers here on the left side. Probably should have done that, but I guess the catcher doesn't have dodge on either of the guys, only the blitzer with the dodge, so I suppose it doesn't matter where he puts those blitzers there. But here he did get the blitz on the kickoff and trying to blitz the left side, but no real safe place to go. He's actually going to try to blitz over here and then push the Longbeard into the spot where the catcher was going to go into, and unfortunately is going to fail to dodge and actually KO himself. So win-win from Striker OD, because the blitz came out and instead it's him getting the KO on the High Elf team by the end of the first half without actually needing to do anything. I know TSD says this playstyle seems in keeping with his team build. Yep, I mean, might as well just be whatevs about it. Still feel pretty good about your match there, Duran. Well, I can't blame you there. You're playing against Amazons. Against an Ort team. You may feel a little frustrated though at some of those blocks coming out, but with 4 blitzers on your side, you should be okay. Well, I guess status quo though. High Elf team will be down a couple of High Elves. But as I've said before, when you're playing elves, it kind of doesn't matter that you're down 1, maybe 2 elves here, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because you get to dictate where you want to go with the ball. And of course, 8 movement allowance catchers, dwarves, they are definitely much in danger of just being outmaneuvered and outrun, really, by the quick and high movement allowance of this High Elf team. So with that, we are likely going to see a good score here, but of course, Dwarven team looking so dangerous still, and that's the thing, and I see why now the Troll Slayer is taking Mighty Blow, because the Deathroller, once he goes out due to the secret weapon, then the Dwarven team will still be with a big guy there with the Mighty Blow. So I kind of like that now, but it is a little bit risky. Put it on an Armor 8 Dwarf of the Troll Slayer with the Mighty Blow, but I suppose just a normal thing for those guys. And there, of course, high elf team will immediately blitz him and immediately try to take advantage of the fact that he put him in the front-ish there to get blitzed down. Armor is going to break and just going to get a stun. High elves is looking... They're looking okay. If they can kind of brush off what had happened in the first half, then they should be able to get this touchdown. Looks like the high elf team not looking to get a quickie touchdown here. But we'll just continue to play it strong, play it solid, as he does not want to give up too much. I think the high elf team feeling pretty good here about his chances of making a touchdown. Will be a bit okay with the fact that the overtime period may be okay too. So likely just see a 1-to-1 here by the end of the second half. But only if the Dwarven team does not get any more injuries off of the high elf hits. The blitz coming out, no big hits there, just going to be a push, but we'll continue to base up the entire high elf team. And looking a bit good there. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get into the center, and no handoffs or anything. So again, that kind of signals to me the high elf team will likely just be holding the ball for a good bit until he decides to get the touchdown by the end. Going to keep the offensive spread right there. Just going to get a push and just continue to get the two-die blocks along the front line. And it really needs to kind of shore this up here, because as we've seen so far from Striker OD, he's the man that's not afraid to do some wild maneuvers here. So there you go, high elf team, of course, will shore that up, and gonna get scolded there, but no problem. Gonna let that one go. Gonna continue to hold on to the rerolls, smartly so. And this is okay, but the Dwarves will now be able to collapse onto this cage. High elves, no outlet receivers or anything like that. He is down to 9 players on the pitch, so he needs to be careful about doing this with the Dwarven team, because he could absolutely get surrounded up by the Dwarven team, and then suddenly he has no place to go. And if the Dwarven team can continue to get this bottled up, keep the high elf team bottled up, then they will be quite good for this defense. Normally what you want to do as a high elf team or any agility team is keep the dwarves spread out. Don't allow them to get those hits in too much. Keep away from their guard linemen there, the Longbeards, and just make it to where they have to earn their blitzes. Maybe just force them to do one-die blocks, if anything. But we'll likely just try to get the two-die blitz, and there you go. Just doing it with the Dwarven runner, and not necessarily doing it with the Troll Slayer. And we'll continue to keep back, but the Dwarves, I mean, look how bottled up the high elf team is at the moment. And just not really the great play right here. Again, just keeping himself all in one spot there, and that just makes the Dwarven defense so much easier. As you can see, the Dwarves, they are able to kind of get the attack on this high elf team, and with that, really playing into the hands of the strength of Striker OD. So, I mean, one is to say that despite the first half, which should have went the way of the high elf team, to be honest, but Nuffle absolutely saving the ball there, continuing to put the ball marked up by several players of the Dwarven team every time the ball came out, and made it nigh impossible for the high elves to even think about a pickup. There's the dodge away there on the 3+, just trying to get him away from danger. Don't want to continue to base up the Mighty Blow Troll Slayer, so we'll try to jump away from danger. But of course, the 3+ doing no good whatsoever, and we'll be failing it here. Dwarves, again, the job made a little bit easier. High elf team not at all playing the elf ball that we're kind of used to seeing. Normally what you see here for high elves, very similar to maybe the pro elf plays, just to hang back with the thrower and then use the catchers to kind of go out on the fly, really be able to spread out this Dwarven team here and make it to where they just, at the end, again, just outruns them. They make the pass, And they will be able to just get the easy touchdown by the end, but still nothing. Still nothing so far. The Dwarves are looking to try to get to the ball carrier. Gonna fail the CFI here, but wow, a very aggressive reroll, but I suppose why not when you're a striker OD? And that is just the first of the 3. And we'll be able to at least get the touch on the ball carrier, and it appears with this blitz coming out, the High Elf team is going to opt to just do the 2+ dodge away, and likely to try to move down the pitch and get the screen off and make it to where the ball is so much safer. And yes, indeed, we'll be able to do that. Looks like the ball is going to be moved here, and now with this positioning is going to be putting up a bit of a side cage here. I wouldn't call it a side cage, it's more of a side screen. And of course, High Elf team, noting how much I hate side cages, says, you know what, VGP, I hear you, buddy. I don't like side cages either. There's the more 3+ dodges to get away from danger, and he does, and continues to stay based up here. And will just be getting hit in the later bits. I would have actually liked to see one more dodge come out on the 2+ here, just to make it to where it's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Dwarves to actually get through. But I suppose even if he did that, he would have had to go over here instead, and then Dwarves likely would have just blitzed and then still be able to get over the top. So I guess same thing-ish, but except he took the blitz on the top player and not from anywhere else. Blitz still likely to come out from the Trost there. And he does have the one die here if he wants it. Oh, no, actually, no, this is not the guard right there. He can't do. No, he does do it. Okay. Well, 2 red die block coming out, and is gonna do it. And wanted to maybe get the surf out because he had the bridge right there and went for it. So High Elf team positioning well, but the Dwarf team again just throwing caution to the wind here and trying to get the surf out, but of course the runner is in a very poor position right there, putting him against the sideline with no protection. And of course, High Elf team, I mean, not only that, gets him out the way for the ball carrier to move forward. So I mean, kind of a double thing for the High Elf team. So he'll take that, and we'll be able to move the ball up once again. The easy dodge away coming up here, and we'll likely get it unless something happens. And there you go. Gonna just continue to be okay with the ball and keep this screen up. Failing the dodge there, but High Elves this time will use the last few rerolls here in the bank, and we'll be getting into position right here. Striker's just dragging Nourrou down to his level and beating him with experience. And I guess the experience of just being in this kind of wild, crazy Blood Bowl action where everything is just not making any typical sense whatsoever. Dwarves hovering about. Of course, he wants to get the pressure on. And here's going to be the way, the defender down die, and that is going to be great. We'll be able to get a KO to boot. And that's even better because now the Dwarves will be able to just continue to follow up here and put a Dwarf right there. Had he had just gone down and not gotten a KO, then this space would have been taken up, and then the High Elves would be okay. But likely now we'll be at least getting the push combo coming out from over the top, but the 2 guard pieces, looks like the dodge, I can't blame him there. Get the 2+ dodge away and continue to hold on to the ball. Why not? And we'll be able to get the screen off over the top after the blitz on the 2 die. Let's get the defender stumbles. We'll be able to reset him back right here. Again, the Dwarf will be able to get the blitz off and again get the touch with one of the Dwarves, but that's about it. And going to continue to follow up there with the guard putting him in great spots there. I love this positioning here by this high elf team. Really showing his strength right here. Is getting his guys in the best possible position, putting the blitzer right there, and then the wrestle catcher on the left side, so that if any hits come out, then it'll be a little bit more difficult. Or at least it's difficult to get the injuries out. And in the next bit, Nourrou probably has done enough and will likely score it here if Dwarfs is able to at least get the touch on the ball carrier. It looks like though the blitz coming out from the bottom side. Just going to get a push here, but we'll be able to get the 2-die blitz follow up. And no, it looks like going to just let that one go. I love it. So now the high elf team likely to hold it yet again. There's no real need to rush it at this point. So there's the punch in the face. Just going to move it a little bit over. And going to get that screen up right again. And should be able to hold it into the overtime period. So high elf team doing just enough. And as they have seen, Dwarves still continue to play hyper aggressively. But this time will be a bit thwarted. I guess it only works when you have the ball. But man, what a game so far. The Dwarven team pulling out some real stops in the first half. And the second half, of course, was brought back to realities of Blood Bowl, in which strong and solid play ends up winning the day. Dwarves trying to at least get the pressure up, but not going to be getting much out of it. And I don't believe they actually got any more out of it. Just a couple of KOs, and that's about it. But again, High Elves on offense, not too bad if he goes down 1 or 2 guys. But on the overtime period, if he doesn't get the KO'd guys back, then this is going to be quite difficult for him to hold. Dwarves easily can be able to just move the ball down the pitch and score it. So at this point, overtime period really makes a difference in this coin toss. High Elves doesn't want to waste anything, just wants to get the hits in, but wow, we'll see the skulls on that first hit. Kind of the reason why I like to just move in and get the score straight away. But sometimes you really need to try to win the game outright. If you could have got maybe an injury out there, then that would have been so nice. But it is going to be a score 1-1. No more Deathroller guys, unfortunately. And we really didn't see too much of the Deathroller because of the pitch invasion in the early bits of the game. And now it is going to be the Dwarven team's last go. And we'll be able to have some hits onto the front line of this High Elf team. And that's going to be quite nice. High Elves putting a bit of a short line up there. And unless there's going to be a ride on the kickoff, we will likely see the overtime period. And heck, even if we do see the ride, Dwarven 2-turn touchdowns, not so easy. What you really got to do is put a runner in the front line to cut down on all the 13 spaces that you'll need to get the touchdown. So, and that's actually what the Dwarven team has done. Put all his guys in the front. No need to worry, I suppose. Look at that. A very normal looking NFL lineup right there. Good coaching. That's not going to really help there. And now it is going to be the time for the High Elves to feel the hits. And likely going to see a foul at the end, I think. With the Elves being down quite a number of guys, this may be the time to do it. But then again, that would reduce your numbers. And don't forget, High Elves can get the KO guy back onto the pitch here. And it looks like though, and the High Elves actually were very short on this lineup, and so is enabling this few little GFIs there for these hits, and actually will get an extra hit in and but we'll go into overtime. Another wild and crazy overtime period after that very sullen second half, I guess. All right, well, here we go. Overtime period, and it appears that the Dwarven team is going to be on the defensive side of the ball And the High Elves, hey, they are going to be on the offense, and that is wonderful because their KO'd personnel is going to continue to stay out. But like I've said before, High Elves, 9 players on the pitch. They are going to be down the 2. They did have 1 extra guy to come in to play, so we'll be down 9 on 11. But just as we have seen in the second half, we are likely going to see some pretty strong and solid play from the High Elf team, and the Dwarves are going to hope like crazy to try to get some injuries out and continue to play, I guess, aggressively. Why pull the foot off the gas now, right? Uh-oh, everyone in chat is promising me that this is going to be a crazy overtime period. Well, here we go. There is going to be the first hit, and there is going to be the fanciful blitz on the left side, already the screen. The escorts coming out here for the quick and easy touchdown play coming out from the High Elf team. And not only that, that will force the Dwarven team to react very strongly to this and make it to where they will be a little bit out of position. So that is going to be a twofold attack. If the High Elf team really wants to take advantage, move the ball to the left side, and after that, move along to the right side there for the reception so that it makes it a little bit more difficult for the Dwarven team to just collapse in there. But the pick up, clean and easy. We'll be able to grab it up and likely going to pass it up. Got the one there, but with the pass reroll inherent, we'll be alright. And actually got the catch inherent, so that's going to be alright. Look at that. Catch inherent. And we'll just let that one go. No need to use the reroll there on the dodge away just to get his guys safe from attacks. But now it is going to be the Dwarven's team turn. They're going to have to react a bit strongly to this. You can't allow this catcher just to make this touchdown real easy right down the pitch. He is going to be just out of reach here. Well, maybe not. He's going to get the GFI. But I don't know if you want to do GFIs here by the end and risk the touchdowns due to the two pluses coming out. You just really want to make it to where it'll be a whole lot easier to do. Plenty of time on the clock, and the only real reason why you just scored is if you had no other choice. But the Dwarves likely to leave the right side wide open here. We should see the High Elf team make this move and then likely to just move back, get the receivers out to the right side, and make the Dwarven team go, oh no, now he has to spread the field, and then that's when you pounce, and that's when you make it to where you will have a bit of an easier time. Alright, well, the Dwarven team now is, again, they're going to have to react quite strongly to this, and they do. Just needs to get this block off here, the 2-dot block, and then the blitz coming out on this long beard right there, and suddenly he is sprung. And there's the blitz. We'll get the defender down. Beautiful. We'll step through after that, and after that, likely to go down the pitch a little bit and make it to where he has a bit of an easier time to get over there and make the play. They're going to be the dodge away, and the pass here comes, and we'll coming out from the catcher on the 2+. No problems here. That's why 4 agility is so strong and able to outmaneuver this Dwarven defense. Like I said, he's going to re-roll that because he really wants to make it to where he's a little bit safer, and we'll be able to just put the screen up. 2-dive block, defender stumbles, and again the backside wide open, and just going to make these quick little dodges away, and not only for safety, but we'll be able to put him into a nice little screen position once again. High movement allowance for his guys, not actually going to dodge the lineman away. A little bit surprised at this because now you're just asking for the serve. But I suppose if he can make it to where 3 guys are going to be in position, oh look at that, is going to be doing the hit in this way and gonna push the Dwarf here into a little bit better spot. So I guess no surfs there. Actually had a good golden opportunity to maybe get a double surf here on the left side, but then again he would have given the touchdown. So like I said before, a little bit of a bait maneuver. I like that from Nourrou. I definitely like that. The Dwarves now a little bit out of position, but is going to be scrambling back now to get right back into this. Oh boy, going to fail that GFI. I don't think he's going to re-roll that, is he? Oh, he is. So he's going to re-roll that, and we'll get the blitz in. That's what he wanted to do. That's why he had to get his guy over there. But more GFI chances, and ooh, can just get the push right there. And of course, no more frenzy because he ran out of movement outs. And there's going to be no follow-up, but there is going to be the hit in. Defender down die. Going to again be able to spring these High Elves. and put him into a much better spot there. And finally the armor 8 breaks from the Troll Slayer, and he's gonna go out. Very nicely done. High Elves gonna be able to put the lineman out for the reception. The blitzer continuing to hold the ball, and he's actually a good ball carrier because he's got that block skill, and so the both down die is not going to be working out as good. But the screen already put up here for this High Elf team. Actually, he's going to stand this guy up here on this left side. So what if he gets surfed again? That's holding back 3 Dwarves. But if these guys don't get him down, then he'll have yet another guy for the reception. He's going to dodge away though here and continue to get himself into slightly better positions. There we go. And gonna keep himself back there. Oh boy, yeah, I didn't like that there. So the GFI coming out. I like that. You don't want to put himself right there for a possible surf out from over the top. That would have been quite disastrous. And at this point, Dwarves with their backs to the wall. One more move and they need to stop this touchdown. High Elves are right now able to just outmaneuver the Dwarves at the moment. The KO coming out. And that's going to help things out because the Dwarves does not need to think as much about the left side any longer. But the right side is open. There's another armor break. And that is beautiful. So now this touchdown is a little bit more difficult to make after the blitz coming out soon. Oh, looks like he's going to do the two GFIs. And try to dodge away with the blitzer. So he's going to use his last reroll on this blitz. Wow, he found a way. He found a way to get to that ball carrier. Look at that. Striker OD finds the combination and will be able to get the surf out. Holy crap. Nice play there, and the ball is nicely thrown far, far away from the High Elves. Thankfully, the High Elves will still have one more guy here, or make that 2, and he will likely be able to get that ball back. So I guess no worse for wear, but wow. The ball did come out. And now it is the High Elves team to shine. Oh boy, really would have loved to see them push there, but with no more rerolls here for the High Elf team, the both down die, and will get nuffled here. Won't even have a try at the pickup roll. Wow. So the Dwarves will be able to get this guy down, and then likely this guy down, and both with a 2-die block even, and maybe get to the ball? What? Oh man. No bunt trader, I have not done that yet. Next up will be Khemri team taking on the Undead team. And then later on I will be trying to cast a Pro Elf team. So I'm trying to get all the interesting races out of the way. And there, ooh, just a push. Just a push, and now the Dwarves are going to be trying to get there with the sure hands. Pick up, yes, he gets there. And not only that, may be able to move his guy into a better position to help out. I think the Elves will still be able to get the blitz off. He's got 7 movement on, so it should be at least getting 1-die blitz. If not a 2-die, if he wants to do a GFI or 2 with the catcher. Well, actually, the catcher will be there. So here we go. Should be able to get the catcher here for the 2-die blitz coming over with the blodge. So now the High Elves, easy 2-die blitz coming out. Hopefully Nuffle again doesn't laugh in the face, and he doesn't. Defender stumbles as he is able to take the runner out and put the ball on the dance floor. He's got another High Elf right here for the recovery. He just needs to do a GFI on the pickup, but wow, he's going to fail the pickup, and that is extraordinarily too bad here, because now this guy's likely going to get surfed out here on the 2-die, and then a 2-die on this one there. So that's going to be one less High Elf, and not only that, but it's going to be the thrower, and the ball will be in range after the blitz, and we'll get the both down die. So he's going to be nice and easy. The runner here without the block, he's able to get there, and there's going to be the surf coming out. Wow. High Elves are somehow getting Wow, I mean, I wouldn't say nuffled, but I mean, he's had his chances, but this is such a weirdish game here. But at the same time, it's working out for the Dwarfen team just about every single way you look at it. Here comes the foul. Definitely going to be needed here. Don't want to leave that guy right in range before a 2 red die. And it looked like it was actually a 3 red die block right there. So even if the foul didn't come out, but the KO on the high elves, and that's again one less high elf on the pitch, and this has now become a little bit more untenable for the high elves. How can he get there? I guess at least he's still able to perhaps get a 1 die blitz over the top. I think that's the only thing he can do now. Oh, it's gonna be a 2 die with the guard. Nice. So here comes the 2 die blitz over the top with the GFI. Defender stumbles. He's going to hit him off to the right side, so maybe get a follow-up, but beautiful Nebraska's going down, and going to go down hard, but the ball is going to come out into the Longbeard's arms on the 6+. I don't even need to look at the dice log. I know that's a 6+ catch. Holy crap. Got the 6+ catch, but it's not over yet, guys. High elves will be able to catch up, I think, but the dwarves has an opportunity. How's this gonna end? How is this going to end here? Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Wow, the Longbeard catches it on the fly, on the bounce, I should say, and will be able to clear him off as well. The high elves. I mean, again, as we've seen from the first half, ball security, meh, who cares about that, I'm sure. So now he's just going to walk up, still going to continue to get blitzed down if he doesn't take him down here. And he does, but he's still in range. No stun or anything, so he will likely get yet another 1 die blitz coming out on the ball carrier, but at least this Longbeard's got the block inherent. So here we go, the dodge away, likely. No dodge here. But this is the dodge coming out on the right side. And now here comes the other one over here to the left side. Looks like the blitz is going to come out here from the catcher. And yes, it will be another 2 die blitz coming out here. Both down die, and that's totally not good enough. And will be taken down yet again. The high elves doing everything to stop this touchdown. But he cannot. It looks like it's just, you know what, I'm taking it back. Nuffle is just saying, don't worry, dwarves, I got your back. If you ever had any doubts about your ability to win this game, don't. I got you, buddy. And the high elves cannot do anything here again. But I mean, the dwarves, he's just gonna have to just run in there with the short little stubby legs. He's not in range yet because he's only got 4 movement allowance, so he's gonna have to again hold the ball for 1 more turn. But luckily though, it is just gonna be enough. 2 die block here. No need to get the dodge away, but again, he's going to be open for yet another 2 die block or 2 die blitz out from the high elves yet again. But I suppose at this point, who cares? So here comes the 2 die blitz once again, and hopefully we are going to see this blitz come out and come out good here for the high elves. Yes, he's going to be able to dodge away and just going to continue to be the push. But now he should be able to put the pincer here on the Longbeard and make this a whole lot more difficult. Missed dodge there, but wanted to at least get somebody over there. Oh, the KO. There's only 3 high elves left on the pitch, and at this point, all you can hope for is a overtime kickoff penalty kick. So, of course, in the penalty kickoff, it's basically 50-50 who's going to win. But wait, don't you go away, though. This should be a 2 die blitz coming out to roll over the catcher for the win. 2 die blitz coming up. Oh, nice hit there for the armor break. So that just puts the capper on things. But this is going to be a nice little 2 die blitz coming out. And here we go. Oh, it's actually going to do a push play here. So there's the defender down die, and I guess I like that ish. But now he has to continue to do a dodge away the 4+. Why didn't he just blitz through? Why did he just blitz through? Oh my gosh, Sky Blue Monty, thank you so much for that host. Oh, America the Beautiful makes the touchdown. Oh my gosh. On the 4+ on a very questionable push play where he should have just blitzed through. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you so much for that, host. Sky Blue Monty, I really appreciate ya. Wow. And that is that. Don't you guys go away. More World Cup Blood Bowl action to come where we are going to see some more funsies for the Dwarven team playing some very cavalier Blood Bowl. I like that word, Johadian. And we'll be able to move on for round 2 action. Holy nutsacks. I just don't know what to say about that. Striker OD moves on and just wins it. Who says the defense can't win games on the overtime period? That right there proves that you can absolutely do it. Well, even with the both down die, he's got the long beard with the block, and the guy didn't have the block. I think, pretty sure. I think it was just a lineman. But he could have. He definitely could have took him down, and then after that, wow. Don't oversell. There will never be a more wild game than that. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I've heard some pretty bizarre things coming out on Saturday. Whew! Next up, we will see Vincenze take it on the Sage, Khemri Undead team. And likely a little bit later on, we're going to see the Pro Elf team play. Look at that. The Elven Union. And of course, the Amazon team play as well. Is there, where's he at? No, I can't find him. Is there a Pro Elf team here? That has played? Let me see here. Well, either way, we're going to see some great Blood Bowl action to come. I'm just going to take a quick drink break. Don't you guys go away. More World Cup action to come. Let me go ahead and change the title as well. World Cup. World 2018. Blood Bowl 2. Blood Bowl 2. No, I'll just go World Cup. 2018 World Cup. First round replays. There we go, guys. Updated the information. Yeah, I believe it was just a line elf there in the way. So even if both down die, okay, yeah, you just made it a little bit more difficult, needing to do a GFI there by the end. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. Well, even with the push, he pushes him away, and then he does the GFI. He wouldn't need to dodge out. He just pushes him away to the right, and then he just goes left after not following. But don't you guys go away again. If you guys like what you see here, definitely hit that follow button. Of course, if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, subscribe and like my videos. And hopefully, I'll see you for some more Blood Bowl action and more to come. World Cup, don't you guys go away. I'll be right back.